How's it going, people? Sean Talks Wrestling. Let's talk about AEW Revolution. Yes, I know this review is late, depending on when you watch it. I'm watching it. I'm doing this video probably a day after Revolution. I watched the show live, but since the show ran so really late up until 12, I was really tired. Didn't want to do the review after that one. Also want to go back and watch a couple of matches twice because I think they really deserve to be watched twice. The Texas Death Match and the main event. And I would say the tag match just because it was kind of dragging on toward the end. So without further ado, let's get into the first match. The first match was Ricky Starks defeating Chris Jericho. He hit him with the Rochambeau. This match was just... Look, please get Ricky Starks out of this feud. Please move Jericho. I don't even know what they can do with Jericho. Like, everything Jericho's done since he's lost the title has been somewhat mediocre. I know the feud between the Inner Circle and oh man, I forgot MJF's little group. The Summit, the Platform, the I don't know, I forgot. That was all right, but everything else has been with Jericho has been just great. I don't know. And this did nothing with Ricky Starks. Next match, Jungle Boy defeated Christian Cage in a basically a casket match. This was a good match. Like it showed Jungle Boy finally well, you know what? Come to think of it, he already showed he had a killer instinct. Then he hit one of the Young Bucks with a concerto. Like, how many of these killer moment things is he gonna have to prove? Like, okay, he did an attack match, hit the concerto. Now he's doing it here. Match itself wasn't bad, but then when I'm thinking about it, he's already been through this storyline again. So he puts Christian in the casket. The casket shuts down. Blah. So that's the end of Christian. It was just okay, man. And maybe less of that because, yeah, he's already had that moment. I didn't realize that just until now. Next match. Let's see. No, that was pre-show. You had the... Again, it's late again. Try to step and watch Raw. Anyway, next match you had the 4-way, and I might be getting some of these out of order, maybe. Next match you had I think it was the Texas Death Match. Yeah, it was the Texas Death Match. Yes. Yeah. Hell of a match, man. Like, so many spots. Like, John Moxley getting knocked into the barbed wire and the shock of the barbed wire hitting the skin, but then he's reacting to it. Awesome. The Heyman hitting a moonsault with the barbed wire wrapped around him. The curve stomp into the brick. The choke out with a chain when he had Heyman in that submission. The powerbomb onto the chairs on the top rope. Heyman did the Mox. Like, this was top tier deathmatch stuff. And then at the end, when Heyman hit the buckshot lariat, John Moxley got up and he hit him with another lariat, and they grabbed Moxley was like wrapping these like heavy duty chains, and he grabbed the chain. He was choking him out with the chain while he was hanging from the apron. This was probably one of the best John Moxley matches I've seen. This, if you love like that death match style, you're gonna love this. Like, I almost want to say this was better than the main event just because it had the story, had the violence. It really didn't have any like wrestling holes or whatever in it, but it told a story through the violence. So, yeah, man. This was a must-watch match. Then at the end, my bad. The next match you had Jamie Hayter defeating Ruby Soho and Soraya. She pinned Ruby Soho with a crucifix pin. I don't want to say a throwaway match. It was a passable, decent match. At the end, Soraya and Storm beat up Britt and Hayter. Ruby gets in there, throws Soraya, throws Tony Storm out, and then hits Hayter with the no Fuji kick. And then the Destination Nowhere to Britt Baker. And she joins Tony. She joins Tony and Soraya to join it. Like, that's cool and all, but again, they're in AEW. There are no women tag teams, so like, either you're going to send these women to two of these women to AEW to NWA to get the women's tag teams out, or Impact to get the women's tag titles. I don't think, or Stardom, but then not really that would. So, women's groups that don't have tag team belts are kind of useless because realistically there are only two belts in AEW, two singles belts. So somebody's gonna get left holding the shit stick, that is the shit end of the stick or the tri stick. Ruby joining them, yeah, it's a cool visual, but it doesn't make sense. But anyway, moving on past that. Let's see. You had the trios match. I think the trio match came before, but yeah, the trios match. You had House of Black defeating the Elite. They hit. I think they hit Matt Jackson with Dante's Inferno, and Malachi pins him. It was another great match. Sorry again, it's late. So many spots in this one. You had the point where Malachi Black pulled in Kenny and hit him with that high knee, and then he hit Malachi with that V trigger. You had the Young Bucks going for the Meltzer driver, and Buddy just completely demolishing Nick in the air with that knee. Brody King showing out like a madman, imposing his will all throughout this match. Kenny O'Malley did his usual greatness. Julia Hart, she took a V trigger while standing on the apron. I'm trying to think of other things, but that's mainly it. Yeah. House of Black win the trios titles. So if I had to guess, probably the Young Bucks are going to go back to tag team and get into that whole setting again. And I don't know, like, are they going to put MJF versus Omega, or are they going to do MJF versus Hangman for the next pay-per-view? I think sorry, it's like, realistically, any one of those options would work. Omega or Hangman versus MJF at the next pay-per-view. I will be for any one of those choices. Anyway, moving on past that. So, yeah, the tag team championship. Yep. Oh. So next, you had Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Wardlow choked out Samoa Joe. This was kind of a quick match and also surprising, especially the fact that Wardlow won via the chokeout. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't expecting Wardlow to get a victory here. But I guess since Ring of Honor is starting back up, they probably want Joe to only have that one belt and focus on that, because he really hasn't been on AEW like that anyway. So you're trying to build that show up. It makes sense to have, hey, Joe, we're going to focus your attention right here on ROH, build this up. You're the king teller in here. You're a major threat. Wardlow, he's going to have the TV title here, and he's going to be the main focus here, build it up. I think the only one that really gets shoved in this is Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't think Powerhouse Hobbs is winning this. I don't. It's just gonna be heartbreak for him and his home city, but it is what it is. The whole thing of this match really just Samoa Joe working on uh, Wardlow's leg, but really quick, short to the point match. Nothing really that serious. Uh, let's see right here, and then you had uh, the 4-way tag match. You had the Guns defeating the Acclaimed, Triple J, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Danhausen, and Orange Cassidy. At first, it was like a lot of tag team cohesiveness between Double J and the Guns, especially like that 4-way strut beat down on Bowens. I think some other stuff that happened in this one. The Chivalry Timbers to Sonya Dutt will never not be hilarious. Uh, Danhausen, I think this was the best I've seen Danhausen wrestle in a while on a large scale or whatever. I don't think Orange Cassidy really did anything here, but that's understandable. He had a hell of a match beforehand with versus Big Bill on Thursday. So I think the most he did was Superman Orange Punch that giant dude. Um, and really, I think the only thing Danhausen was here for, show a little bit of wrestling, also take the pinfall on this match because the Guns end up hitting their finisher, a flapjack into a flatliner, the 310 to Yuma. After the match, they're gloating, they're boasting, and out comes FTR and they just beat up the Guns, hold the belt. So next pay-per-view, we're going to get the Guns versus FTR. I'm looking forward to that very much. Then you had the main event. You had MJF defeating Daniel Bryan. I knew MJF was going to win. This was a great match. I enjoyed it. But the way MJF wins is just, you can't take him seriously as a champion. Yes, heels cheat. I understand. Heels cheat, but at a certain point, heels beat people and they leave no doubt in people's mind that they are that guy. With MJF winning the way he does, it's just like, okay, who's gonna come out of him, MJF? Okay, what's he gonna hit him with? Okay, how much he paid the rep? Okay, what? It's never like, oh my god, MJF is like wrestling he wrestled a hell of a match. He really showed that he's that dude. It's like, nah, we can't believe you, bro. Like, yeah, you threw a banana peel in the ring and somebody slipped. You had a kid, paid a kid to run the ring. It's always like some lowball shenanigan that you can't take serious. Like Essalon promos, Essalon in the match, wrestling a hell of a match, an all-time classic. Get to the end of the match, I got to hit the guy Looney Tunes style with an oxygen tank. It ruins the match. So I'm gonna go by fall. First, Daniel Bryan hits MJF with the Busaiku knee. Pinfall 1, 2, 3. Then MJF hits low blow to Danielson. Danielson up 2-0. Then he pins Danielson. 1, gets another pin, 2. So it's evened up. Third pinfall, MJF hits Bryan Danielson with a heat seeker pile driver after pile driving him into a broken table and then squeezing the blood out of his head. And then Bryan Danielson evens that up by hitting MJF with a Busaiku knee, then putting him in a finisher, and MJF tapping out. So 10 minutes or left, 5 minutes or left, it goes to a draw. And in the last minute at 5 minutes, MJF is in a Boston crab. And he does a half crab, single leg crab. He doesn't tap. And the crab family thinking, okay, well, that's a draw. They're booing. Tony Khan tells Schiavone to go out to the ring and announce that it's going to be sudden death. So, in all this aftermath, MJF was getting medical assistance and he has the oxygen mask over him. And you see the guy leave with the paramedic, but he leaves I don't think he would do that because he had a back. But anyway, so he leaves the oxygen. They wrestle for a little bit. MJF gets put in the single leg crab again. This time he goes for the rope, but also he distracts Bryan Danielson and taps. Bryan Danielson thinks he won, but Murphy says no, he was on the rope. He just tapped. MJF crawls out, grabs the oxygen tank, and boinks MJF in the head with the oxygen tank. And then he puts him in the label lock. Danielson tries to fight out, but he doesn't have the strength to power out, so he just taps to his own fit. Like, what a selfless guy, man. Bryan Danielson, like, what a sacrifice. You got to think about that. He tapped out to his own move to a young guy to propel the business. Like, that's deep. That's hella deep. It's just MJF, man. Like, I really want to get behind him. I love his promos. I love his in-ring work. Every match ends like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I won the thing by having 50 guys come out and with the thing for me. Oh, I beat Hangman Page because I pulled a bottle of liquor out and I like sprayed myself. I had William Regal hit John Moxley with a ring. I don't know, man. It's just sad, man. Watching, it's like he's ruining his own matches every time. If he would have just clocked Bryan Danielson while he's looking down, hey, yeah, that would have worked better. It's like, okay, he pulled a devious move, but instead, boing, and then I just, whatever. It was a good match. Not better. I don't think, in my opinion, not better than the Texas Death Match, only because of the ending. The ending just ruined it, in my opinion. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Tell me what you guys thought about Revolution. I probably won't do Raw. Probably going to just skip over to NXT, but maybe depend on when I get in, how much time I have. So I'm gonna try to jam pack a lot of stuff into the window. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.